The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Clippers playing against the Utah Jazz. And for Utah, finally we get to stop talking about this team and actually get to see them in action. Feels like it's been a long offseason. Let's talk about Blake Griffin, Shaq. He's improved his shot, correct? I mean, has he shown steady improvement in your book?
Yes, Ernie, that's because hours before the game, he's on the court working on this shot. He smoothed out that hitch a little bit. And Ernie, when he's hitting that shot from the outside, he is unguardable.
With the game about ready to tip off, we check in with Kevin Harlan.
And now, introducing your Los Angeles Clippers. Starting at small forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 22, Matt Barnes. At shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 4, J.J. Redick. Man in the middle, 6'11", from Texas A&M, number 6, DeAndre Jordan. And in forward, 6'10", from Oklahoma, number 32, Blake Griffin. At guard, 6 foot from Wake Forest, number 3, Chris Paul. Doc Rivers is the head coach for your home team.
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Here at the Staples Center, the fans here in Los Angeles amping up for the Clippers. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Favors plays the 4 with Kanter at the 5. And it's Burke in at the point. Now here's Paul. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. At the elbow, Griffin. 6 on the shot clock. Redick for 3. And that is good. Redick's got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for the Clippers.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
J.J. Redick, acquired by the Clippers going into last season. A great fit, but injuries really held him back. First, surgery to repair ligaments in his wrist, then a bulged disc in his lower back. Ended up playing just 35 games in the regular season.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
He kicks it to Paul. We play just over a minute here in the first. No one near him. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Paul's got his first basket. And Redick, were not for the injuries, is on pace, Clark, for the best season of his 8-year NBA career.
Kevin would have been a career high in points per game. Great efficiency for Redick as well. He flourished playing alongside former ACC rival CP3, Chris Paul.
Enes Kanter was the 3rd overall pick back in 2011, drafted out of Kentucky, where he actually never played a game there due to ineligibility. But he was a bit of a gamble because of that. I'm not sure he's completely delivered on those lofty expectations yet.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of this game.
Well, this is a club that shot 75% as a team from the free throw line last season.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just one or two guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
And Kanter drops them both. And for Kanter last season, Clark, a big uptick in minutes, but his productivity actually regressed somewhat.
Well, Kevin, the shooting percentages went down, as did his blocks and steals. But remember now, he's only 22 years old, and it's not always a straight line of progression for players. There are occasional detours before you bounce back up to that next plateau.
On defense, the Jazz. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. Left side, Griffin. Paul passes to Redick. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Now, here's Burks. He's guarded closely. Burke kicks to Hayward. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Clippers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Dives for it. The Clippers rebound. Kicks it to Redick. Griffin inside. He's covered by Favors. Here's Redick, and the layup falls. Redick's got 5 points so far.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
Utah's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Feeds it to Burks. There's a good screen. Pass to Kanter. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hayward's got his second basket of the night.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Paul dishes to Griffin. The feed to Jordan. Paul kicks to Redick. Lets it go from 11. And Derek Favors pulls it down. Jazz leading by 3. Favors sets the pick for Burke. Pass to Burks. Kanter inside. He's against Jordan. Burke kicks to Hayward. He feeds it to Burke. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Well, you often think of the Clippers as being an updated version of Showtime. They know how to grind out and get a win, too.
Yeah, I thought they were a little better defensively. They have guys that will certainly give you highlight reel material. But they're smart in how they attack teams and how they finish games, too.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Dudley against Hayward. Now here's Dudley. Not a lot of room. Just 4 to shoot. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Dudley's got his first basket.
And with the Clippers, I think a big part of how they can grind out a win if need be is that they know how to get to the free throw line.
Fades back. Exum's shot is off.
I tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Hawes the pass to Dudley. Novak kicks to Hood. The pass to Exum. Pass to Hood. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
Well, one way or another, the Clippers, as you said, they'll find ways to score points, even if it means selling a call or two. But do what you need to do to get wins, and most players are open to that.
Here's Crawford after the basket by Utah. Farmar kicks to Crawford. Floats one. Here's Hawes. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
Utah's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Exum kicks to Booker. There's the dish to Hayward. To the middle. Davis with the block. They get it back. Now here's Hayward. Guarded by Hawes. Hayward can't hit. Hayward against Crawford. Crawford right side. What a play! Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
Pretty shot without a second to spare.
That can be so demoralizing for the team that gives up a shot like that to close out a quarter.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
And the key has been the second chance points. You look at this team, the hustle that they play with, very impressive in that first quarter.
Well, it's showing up on the scoreboard. I mean, you get second chance points like that, it can add to your totals and also demoralize your opponent.
Utah trailing here. Well, guys, the Utah Jazz, one of the better front offices, I think all would agree, in the NBA, narrowly missing the playoffs in 2013. They saw this loaded 2014 draft class, and Steve, they decided to go young.
Well, tough to let Paul Millsap and Al Jefferson just walk away, but you know there's a plan in place, and the Jazz felt like they needed to go young. They didn't want to tie themselves up long-term with contracts that would just lead to mediocrity. So the rebuild is on, and this team does have some talent.
And so in the game for the Jazz, pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. Trevor Booker is out there with Favors, and it's Novak in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Favors. Here's Burks. It's good from in tight. Burks has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Jazz.
And you know, for the Jazz, you look at this lineup of Trey Burke, Alec Burks, Gordon Hayward, Enes Kanter, Derek Favors. I mean, they're all 24 years or younger. I think this is a team that can grow together, and we've talked about it before, continuity being such an important piece of a successful team. And they've already shown they can win ball games, so I'm interested to watch this group grow together and see where they can get to.
Here's Burke, following the basket by Blake Griffin. Favors with a screen on Crawford for 3. Can't get it to go. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
Now here's Griffin. And here we go. Fast break. Burke's got it. Crawford with the steal. Paul kicks to Barnes. Back to Paul. The 11-footer, and he drops that one in. And it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
Well, the Jazz, I think, still in this rebuild, but it's interesting. They've got a lot of young assets trying to make a break from the middle. You've got young talent, cap space, draft picks, big goals in mind. They're looking beyond just fighting for a playoff spot.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Well, thanks, Kevin. Matt Barnes out of UCLA, of course, an energy and effort player. He brings toughness and a defensive mindset. And he said, I always look forward to guarding the best player. My thing is to stay into them and make them uncomfortable with pressure. You want to make them work hard and not allow them to get anything easy. Kevin, back to you.
A versatile defender and much improved as a shooter over the years, Doris. Thanks. Los Angeles calls timeout. At this part of the game, always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well. All three of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question. Right. I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast, and so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. Look at Steve, got the Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah, gotta love it. DeAndre Jordan has always had a knack for the incredible, and it usually manifests itself in his dunks or blocks. But last year he committed himself more on the defensive end, and it really made a difference for him.
You think about defense, Clark, and it isn't just how many shots you block. Jordan really seemed to focus on the little things that go into being successful defensively.
And I think that's a tribute to Doc Rivers, who actually emphasized some of those little things that would help Jordan elevate his game and his team. And to Jordan's credit, he took heed and made significant improvements.
Pretty bad defense, letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
Enes Kanter, originally from Turkey, some real promise offensively. He scores well on that left block, and he does a nice job on the offensive boards as well. At times, he's even shown the ability to step out and space the floor. It'll be interesting to see how his game develops.
And Kanter, not a big leaper or shot blocker, but his strength serves him well defensively.
Yeah, he's a good post defender, Kevin, because of those attributes. He holds his ground and has the length to bother and challenge shots.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for the Jazz. So he gets them both.
Utah was such a fixture in the playoffs for so many years, almost decades it seems, but recently they've not been that kind of a team, and the work is cut out for this franchise to get back to being a playoff team.
Now here's Paul over to the wing. Dishes to Redick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Griffin can't cash in from close range.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
To the wing right side. Burks kicks to Burke. Hayward against Barnes. Now here's Hayward. He's guarded closely, and he uses the glass on the layup. Hayward's got 8 points.
And for the Jazz and their outlook, they did have some flashes of brilliance to build on, but it won't be an easy turnaround.
Paul dishes to Redick. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Jordan sets the pick for Griffin. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Spencer Hawes is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Davis comes in for Blake Griffin. Jared Dudley's checked in for Barnes. And it's Farmar in for Paul. Hood's checked in for the Jazz. Exum comes in for Burke. There's 1:40 left in the second quarter. Kanter kicks to Exum. Nice ball movement by Utah. Hayward passes to Exum. 5 on the clock. Hayward against Dudley. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Hayward's got 10 points in the game. Well, for the Jazz club, continuing to grow as a team, I guess most observers would think.
No, without question. Small steps incrementally is the only way it gets done right when you're building a foundation with young, talented players. Nobody goes from worst to first in the conference in one season.
1:05 left to play here in the half. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, and very aggressive, too, keeping the defense off balance with their ball movement. I like the way they look.
Now here's Hayward. He's got 10. Shot clock at 6. Hood can't get it to go. Now Farmar. 36 seconds left now here in the second. He dishes it to Redick. Shot to end this cold run, and that one's good. Redick's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. He gave him a wide open look there.
Exum kicks to Hood. There's the screen. The shot by Hayward, wide open. Offensive rebound. Evans dishes to Exum. Dudley against Hayward. Exum with a wide open look. Cans it from downtown. Exum's got the lead up to 3 now for the Jazz.
Gotta love the inside-out game there, guys.
Shoots from the high post. Second quarter ends in a tight one. Jazz out in front, up 3. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Well, Doc, as we get into the second half, what do you expect to see from this offense you're facing tonight?
Well, they're moving the ball. They're just playing to the hot hand, and we got to expect that. So let's not let anyone get hot. That would be nice.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Looking at the game for Hayward, he's got 10 points, and he's hit the mark twice from 3-point range as well.
Well, it's no secret. I mean, the more points he can come up with from out there, the better off they'll be offensively with their spacing.
Here's Burke.
You know, one story that didn't get a lot of press last season, 2 days after the Bledsoe trade had been given the go-ahead, the ownership tried to back out of it. The trade was already public news, and Doc Rivers actually threatened to quit before their ownership backed down.
CP3 at point with Redick there, the backcourt. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Redick passes to Paul. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
Jazz ball.
And for J.J. Redick, that shakeup must have been tough. His contract with the Clippers was contingent on the trade.
And Kevin, reportedly, Doc Rivers leaned on ownership pretty hard, saying, hey, I shook hands on this. Don't make me look bad here. Our reputation's at stake. It all worked out, but a reminder of the Clippers' rather dysfunctional past.
That's good. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. He kicks it to Redick. pick by Griffin. Redick dishes to Griffin. Now here's Redick. Burke covering. Lock at 6. Now here's Redick. He's got 8. No good. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Burke kicks to Burks. Cantor inside, guarded by Jordan. Cantor, the pass to Favors. The shot's good from Cantor. And now it's an 8-point Utah lead.
Defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
The Clippers shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Redick with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. And Redick kicks to Paul. Feeds it to Griffin. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power. Well, Griffin, a former dunk contest champion, but make no mistake, Blake is a game dunker, always among the league leaders, and his size with that strength, the way he gets off the floor is just unbelievable.
The Jazz making a switch here. Booker's checked in. On defense, the Clippers. 6-point game. Burks kicks to Hayward. Pass to Burks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out to Hayward from outside the arc. And Utah another 3. You know, Blake Griffin gets up so high. He's created some debate, in fact, on the definition of a dunk. So I'll ask, does your hand have to touch the rim?
You know, I think you don't necessarily have to have your hand touch the rim, Kevin, but you do have to throw it through the goal. None of this raggedy type dunk stuff.
Got to control it.
You got to, yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
And Utah has possession. Following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. The rejection by Paul. Burks dishes to Hayward. Goes back up. And there's another one for the Jazz.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Clippers trail by 11. Paul outside. It's deflected and stolen by Favors. Burks the pass to Booker. Hayward with the ball. Guarded now by Barnes. Burke kicks to Hayward. Favors with a screen on Barnes. Hayward against Barnes. Hayward dishes to Burke. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Really high-quality shot there. Just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
The drive by Paul. Again, the miss by Paul.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
And that one's good. Burke's got 5 points in the quarter.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Paul kicks to Barnes. Jordan sets the pick for Barnes. Griffin a screen on Hayward. Here's Barnes. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
With floor spacing, Steve, more important than ever in today's NBA, some have questioned the pairing of Griffin and Jordan in the Clipper frontcourt.
Well, I think it's worked out just fine. I think they could add a stretch four behind those two guys and maybe mix him in during the rotations. But all in all, Griffin and Jordan have played awfully well together at both ends of the floor.
Paul outside. Barnes kicks to Griffin. Left side, Griffin. And it's Paul penetrating. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Paul. And it's 6 points for Blake Griffin.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Burks kicks to Favors. The feed to Burke. And taken away by Paul. Now the Clippers moving it up. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock.
And no need to rush it. They can play for one shot.
And I think they should wait till about the 5-second mark to go for it.
The Jazz shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And that one misses. So both teams changing it up here. And the second free throw, good. There's 14 seconds left to play in the third. Crawford passes to Dudley. The three. It's good, and the Jazz is cut to just 7 on the basket from Crawford. Exum with it from deep. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Jazz lead by 7. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Well, tremendous point guard play, but that's nothing new coming from him. This is what you expect, the gorgeous feed there.
Clippers trail by 7, and so in the game for the Jazz. Exum is out there with Hood. Then it's Jeremy Evans. Then there's Steve Novak. And it's Cantor in at the 5. Shot's good from Hawes.
Love the way he fought for that putback. You know, he's willing to put in a lot of hard work in this game, no doubt about that.
Exum dishes to Cantor. There's a good screen. Got it. Nice one there from Exum. And the Jazz lead by 7.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Here's Farmar. Crawford outside. Davis setting the pick for Crawford. Again, the Clippers.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Now, here's Exum. He's guarded by Dudley. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Farmar. Now here's Dudley. Defense right on him. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Utah.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
The free throw drops for Dudley.
Well, last season, Jared Dudley was deemed to be a nice acquisition when he was traded to the Clippers. Back close to his hometown of San Diego. He's a veteran shooter, high IQ. Was expected to flourish next to CP3, but didn't quite play out that way. He struggled all season.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul comes in for Jordan Farmar. Both free throws good from Dudley. And for Dudley, the downturn in his numbers was really across the board.
Yeah, sometimes, Kevin, it's difficult when you change teams and you play with new players in a different style. So Dudley did not have a good year. I think this season he's looking to bounce back, should be more comfortable in his environment, and he's looking for that bounce-back season.
Here's Hood. Here's Exum. Sinks the three-pointer. Exum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I mean, what are you going to do defensively? He can just rise up and bang down a three ball like that. They get such separation with the height advantage.
Now Griffin inside. And stolen by Hood. There's the pick. Exum kicks to Cantor. And taken away by Paul. And here we go. Fast break. Crawford's got it. And he gets it to go. 6 points for Chris Paul.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Cantor kicks to Exum. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. And the Jazz, another 3.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Well, the Jazz are two young, talented big men in Derek Favors and Enes Kanter. The question has been, can they play together?
I think you've got to give it more time to see if, in fact, they can play together, because ideally they would be a formidable duo, particularly at the defensive end and on the glass. And you don't want to give up on that possibility at this point in time. In today's NBA, you got to have some spacing to be effective, so you got to add some shooting if those two guys are going to be effective together.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Now here's Burke, following the miss by Griffin. Misses from close range.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Paul outside, kicks to Barnes. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. Buries it down low.
And guys, Enes Kanter, coming into the NBA as a player who could score inside and out. He's still looking for consistency in his jump shot. If he can hit the mid-range jumper consistently, that should help him and Favors share time on the court.
Utah with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles. And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Redick.
And for the Jazz, as last season wore on, more and more they started alternating Favors and Kanter to minimize their court time together. That wasn't the initial idea. They were actually hoping to be able to play those guys together, and I still think they've got to continue to try to pursue that goal. We'll see if they can mesh better on the court with the passing of time.
Jazz leading by 5. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. Rejected by Griffin. Hayward passes to Kanter. Another shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Paul, right side. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Clippers moving the ball around. Barnes dishes to Paul. Pass to Jordan. Feeds it to Barnes. Lets it go with the three. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. And the Jazz call time here. They lead by 2. 1:15 left in the fourth. .15 left in the game. Hayward kicks to Favors. He feeds it to Hayward. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim. That's exactly what he can give you.
Now here's Burke, defended by Paul. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Yes!
Ooh, a pressure basket right there.
Now that's coming through in the clutch.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're losing by 4. 41 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And the pass to Barnes. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. And the crowd roaring to life.
That was a huge shot. And they're just about dancing in the aisles now.
What an eruption in this building.
Now here's Burke. Pass to Hayward. Buries it.
Kevin, they've still got a foul to give at this point.
Yeah, strategy wouldn't be bad to use it here if they need to.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're behind by 3. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Well, they've got 2 options here. They can go for the 3 and the tie, or the quick 2 in the foul.
I like the idea of going for the quick 2. Take it to the rim, and that wouldn't be a bad way to approach this situation.
19 seconds left in the fourth. Barnes kicks to Paul. Here's Redick to tie it up. The 3 won't fall. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
Misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. Here's Paul. The dish to Redick. The 3 from Barnes off the mark. And so it's Utah who scraped by with the win. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Gordon Hayward.